take questions. Again, if you can direct your questions to the players first so they can hurry up and get showered, and we'll take Mike afterwards. Coach?
I'm unbelievably happy for our players, all these guys up here and our team. Accomplished something we hadn't done in a while. I'm just more thrilled for everybody associated with our program. Our trainers, our managers, everybody's worked so hard to get us to this point. It's thrilled watching them in that locker room celebrate. So it's a crazy game, but we did what we need to do to win a regional here. It's exciting and goal accomplished.
Questions for Kyle and Zach right there in front, Chris.
Kyle, can you just talk about your team's ability to just keep battling today? Every time Houston scored runs, you guys just came back and scored some more.
Yeah, I mean, we got that early lead, and then it didn't last very long because they can swing it over there, and we knew they could. So we were going to have to play 9 innings tonight, and I mean, they just kept coming back at us, but tonight the offense picked it up for us.
Greg?
For both players, first time winning a regional, can you kind of walk us through how you're feeling right now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked to the guys the night before the regional started, and I just like none of us have been in this spot before, so we just wanted to take it one game at a time, and something we haven't been able to do around here for a while. So the guys responded well, and we played a great regional, but we're not done yet.
Zach?
Yeah, I mean, he said it there. I mean, for me, I missed it my first 2 years, and the goal was my junior years to help us get back on track, and we were able to do that last year. But I mean, this team's amazing, and we just keep battling and sticking together, and the bond we have is pretty good, and hopefully we keep it going.
Jonathan?
Yeah, so I kind of had that same question, but I mean, if y'all could just expand on how you're feeling right now, knowing what happened last year and now you won. So what's that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, of course, what happened last year, that all stayed with us for the whole year, but last year's over now, and we got a new group of guys in here, and so we've kind of flushed that at this point, and we're just focused on this team. I mean, we're not done yet. We still got Super to take care of, and we want to get to Omaha and make some noise there. So we're excited for tonight, but we're going to get back to work and get the Super.
Zach, I mean, just kind of having the rain delay come along and kind of slow things down, just kind of, how are you guys kind of spending your time then, really?
I mean, we were just hanging out. We were waiting for the rain and the lightning to pass. I mean, this group's always ready to go, no matter what, and it showed that 8th inning. We were just all locked in still. That's just the definition of our team. We're always ready to go.
Bob?
Zach, looked like when you guys came off the field at the end of the game, everyone got a high five from Coach Fox. You got the big hug. What was going on there?
Favorites.
I mean, Coach Fox is giving me an opportunity to come here at this university, and I can't thank him enough. And the ups and downs I've been through, he's been right there with me, and I can't thank him enough for giving me the opportunity to be here. I just can't thank him enough, and that shows the emotion at the end of the game, giving him a hug.
Charlie?
For both of the players, how fun was this game? You got a bunch of hits, a bunch of runs, setting records, 4 runs in the regional and stuff. I mean, just how fun it seemed like you got your groove back a little bit here.
As hitters, I mean, it's always fun scoring runs and getting hits. It was just, I mean, I thought it was a fun game to play in, play good defense, and pitch well enough to win.
Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows the versatility that we have. We beat them in a 4-2 ball or 4-3 ball game. A pitcher's duel came down to the last out, and then tonight it was the hitters kind of took over the game. So I mean, that just shows the group of guys that we got that we can win 2 different ways, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Bob?
Kyle, is the locker room going to be in one piece when you guys get done in there tonight?
I mean, I'm kind of dreading being in here right now. I kind of want to get back over there.
Well, on that note, any other questions for the players? All right, guys. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Excuse you. Let you get out. And as soon as they leave, Greg, get the first question for Coach.
Coach, you have plenty of experience with super regionals and beyond. This team, of course, does not. How does that? How have you handled that? How are you dealing with that? I assume a lot of excitement, but also some apprehension, maybe.
This team's been pretty easy to coach, actually. Good leadership. These 2 guys up here, and you know, they just they came back in the fall, and you know, these really determined group and get along, and they work hard. You know, it's just been almost too good to be true, just from a coaching standpoint, really. And quite honestly, I think everybody's just sick and tired of hearing about last year. You know, I don't want to hear it anymore. So I ask you not to say anything about last year. 2017 is over. It's officially over now. I think everybody just got sick and tired of hearing it. And we knew that the only way, those kids in there knew the only way we could get past that was to win a regional. And maybe that would be flushed, you know, forever. So I want this team to be known for that. There's a lot of, you know, I hugged Zach because, you know, we went through two tough years together. You know, he's been here the longest, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we the coaches and the seniors, Brett Daniels included, it's ridden kind of a different journey together, but a good journey. And so I'm just happy. I was just happy for him, and I'm happy for all of them. But I'm really happy for Brett and Zach because the other guys may or may not have another opportunity, but they only had this one last one to win a regional. So I'm tickled to death for them.
Coach, there's an adage that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And based on how this season has gone, how excited are you with where this team is, having played this week and heading into the Super Regional?
Yeah, it's we talked about that. You know, I mean, it is. It's with the slow start, and we just kept saying, you know, it's a marathon here. Our goals are all still in play, and even after the tournament, I mean, it all starts anew when you get to the NCAA tournament. I mean, you're watching games and scores. It's anybody's game here. You know, when you get in the NCAA tournament, and so I'm not surprised because these kids they're pretty determined and they really enjoy being around each other. And to me, one of the biggest things is I get to spend at least another week with them and with each other. And I think they really truly enjoy that, and that's a big part of it.
Jonathan, then Matt.
You know, this team seems like they have something going on. So what makes them special in your opinion?
I think there's some high. You hear all the time. There's some high character kids. I think they get it. I think they see the big picture. You know, I told them last year, and this is one of my favorite sayings: is, you know, experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And we gained a lot of experience together, this group. In the past, because we didn't get what we wanted, so you have to use that to help you going forward. And we just kept saying eyes forward. I don't know. We just got a good mixture. We got a good mixture of kids, just different personalities, but they all care about each other, and I think they really care about Carolina, and they respect being here. They have all the traits I like to see in players that we recruit and get here.
Matt?
In college football, when you get a chance to go to a bowl game, you get additional practice time. How important will it be for the future of the program to have additional time going into super regionals and that additional week with no class, getting a chance to
None. We've practiced enough. These kids have taken a million swings. So I guess in football you can put in new plays and stuff and all that, I don't know, or new defenses and all that. Right now it's rest. It's really rest and recovery. I mean, obviously we're going to continue to practice, but we're going to do some fun things together. I mean, you can't reinvent anything at this point. I mean, we've got to get some of our pitchers back on track and get some guys healthy and kind of figure out we've got an unbelievable team coming in here this weekend by all measure, and so we're going to need to be ready. But right now, I think it's about just rest and recovery more than anything else.
Charlie and Jared.
Coach, after you gone through this regional, you played for the winners bracket and everything, what is it that you found encouraging about your team, you know, the way they played in this regional going forward now?
You know, I've been encouraged by them all year long. I mean, we've never really been down on ourselves, really. I've never seen this team really, you know, down even when we weren't playing well. I think they've just been a very determined group, and again, I'm happy for the upperclassmen, you know, to win a regional. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. People are like, well, we haven't won one in 5 years. I mean, we haven't been in it. We haven't been in the ACC tournament. You go from, I mean, you look at some teams out there now that went to 4 World Series and they don't get in the tournament the next year. I mean, that's college baseball. I mean, there's such parity. It's extremely difficult to do. I mean, what we just did is really hard, and so I'm just encouraged that they were determined. I think in the back of our mind, we all, you know, it's easy to say we're going to win this regional, but I mean, I think we all in the back of our mind, we knew we were going to win this thing when it started.
Jared, and then one more if there is one.
Coach, I don't know if there's anybody in this room who would label you as hot-headed by any measure, but this was the angriest we have seen you in years, right? What was it about this scenario in terms of the way that set you off?
I really appreciate the question, but I just want to focus on what we did on the field just now. This is certainly not about me. My wife she just did that when you said hot-headed, she just went like that, like, ooh, if you only knew. I think I wanted, I will say this, we won a super regional here against Stanford, and we had a 2-hour delay, and everybody left, and a few fans came back. I really wanted all our fans here on the last out. That was it more than anything else, and I knew, dang, if they stop this game, you know, it is late, it's a Sunday night, everybody may leave.
Last question, Pat.
Talked so much about Michael's consistency so far this season, but I mean, 9 RBIs this weekend. Does he surprise you at all at this point?
No, he's been swinging it well for us almost from start to finish. Now went through a little bit of a dip, but he just has that knack of coming up with some big base hits and moving the ball. And he's had a sensational year. He's one of those hard workers that, you know, went from last year and the experience he learned last year to become a good player, really, really good player.
All right, thanks everybody. I'm asking.